Welcome back to the Media Unrestricted podcast. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Chase.
And if you would, give us a like and a subscribe if you enjoy what you see here. All right, I'm going to jump in right into the main topics. All right, so the first topic we have for you today is the new Predator movie that's going to be coming out here in a few years has cast a Legion star in the leading role. Now, do you know anything about this, or is this something new you just saw?
This is something new. I didn't know about this until actually this moment, but I'm curious to know what it's all about.
Yeah, this is coming from, we're getting this from Cinema Blend, but they get their article information from Discussing Film, which reports that the movie is set to begin filming soon in Alberta, Canada. Now, the actress's name is Amber Midthunder, which is a pretty cool name. And is arguably best known for her role as Carrie Loudermilk in the FX series Legion. I've heard of that show.
I've heard of the show.
I've just never seen it. I think it's based on that movie about the angels and stuff.
It is, yes.
Which wrapped its 3-season run back in 2019. Now, Midthunder currently stars as Rosa Orteco in CW's Roswell, New Mexico, and her other notable credits include Hell or High Water, Longmire, and Banshee. I've heard of Longmire before.
I've heard of Longmire. That was good.
She's also starring alongside Liam Neeson and Lawrence Fishburne in The Ice Road, which drops on Netflix next month. Now, this isn't a rumor, but it's not confirmed either.
Yeah.
This comes from people who are close to, like, who are well known inside of Hollywood. And like the article says right here, it's not official until 20th Century Fox confirms it, but things do indeed seem to be shaping up for her to take center stage. So, I mean, that's pretty much, it's, again, like I said, it's not a rumor, but it's not confirmed either, but it's pretty much, looks like where they're going.
I'm going to go with it. I'm curious to see how she goes with the role. I'll tell you, I don't think she'll be able to beat Arnold Schwarzenegger's performance in 87 or Danny Glover in, I think, 90. But I think she can do it. I mean, majority of people, when they go see a Predator movie, they go for the Predator, not the people. But I know people didn't like the 2018 version. Me and Dylan both saw it in theaters, and I had a good time with it. I thought it was a fun kind of, guilty pleasure kind of film.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. I would love to see how she does. I think Predator 5 could be something good. And I can't wait to see another Predator movie, and I can't wait to see what other people they cast, because I know the last Predator, I think, had a few known people in it. So I think, why not cast Arnold back in a bigger role? I know they tried last time. Let's get it.
There was something we saw that I didn't know happened, that they were trying to get him for the 2018 movie. They're trying to get Arnold for the 2018 movie, but he rejected it because the role was going to just be like a small cameo, and he wanted a bigger role.
You don't do that to Arnold. Give him a big role. But I guess we'll see more news, I'm sure, down the road.
And next topic we have for you here is that Marvel released the first teaser trailer for The Eternals, which I guess we pretty much knew was coming eventually, mainly because we had a lot of first looks and what looked
Disney first look kind of thing. They had a couple of shots.
That Disney, like, I think it was like Celebrate Back to the Movies or whatever a few weeks ago. It gave us like a first look and a few pictures at Eternals, which obviously led to this trailer.
The trailer just came out yesterday.
Yeah, it came out yesterday on Monday. They seem to really love those early morning Monday trailers, which I'm happy to wake up to, because I definitely didn't expect to see an Eternals trailer. It's a good thing
to wake up to. I thought the trailer was good. I mean, nothing that blew me away.
Yeah, I think that it won't, because it's just a teaser. Like, I think with the real one, it'll blow you away.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that official trailer, because in this one, and I guess you're always going to know, you're not going to get, since just a teaser, you're not going to get what's going on in this movie. You don't really still know what the plot is. So I can't wait for that official trailer to drop to get what this movie's all about, because I still don't know anything about the Eternals, but I want to know what it's about. Like, you see the costumes me and him were talking about before that started. I think some of them are goofy, I guess, looking, but some of them are really cool. And I like what the ending trailer goes with
Oh, how all of them that you see in the like right here on the screen are sitting around a dinner table, and then the youngest one is like now with Iron Man and Captain America gone.
Who's gonna take over?
Who's gonna lead the Avengers?
Yeah, and then he goes, "Oh, I can take the guy in the blue, which is from Game of Thrones."
Yeah,
I can do it. And then I'll just laugh. I thought.
It's a lighthearted moment, but it also lets people know that this is connected to the MCU in ways that we don't know yet. But they are aware of like the Avengers and like what's going on in the world and stuff. So,
but I can't wait to see what this movie is. Like I said, about and who's the villain, what's going on. Because I think this movie could be a real cool movie. Just because we got that cosmic side, and I always have liked the cosmic side in Marvel, like Guardians and everything. I always find it to be the cooler side that you need to know more about. So the movie comes out this November, so still a little while away. So I expect the official trailer to drop here maybe in the next couple months. I expect it to drop, and we'll see what it's all about.
Yeah, we definitely will.
The first impressions, I give it a thumbs up. I thought it was good. And on to our next topic. Coming just a couple days ago, Hocus Pocus 2, which finally gets its release date, and the original 3 Sanderson sisters will be on their way back on the big screen. I know first, before we get into it, Dylan is not the biggest fan of Hocus Pocus at all, so he could probably care less. But I'm a super big fan of Hocus Pocus. I've been since I was a kid. I look forward to this movie that they're doing it, because I'm glad they're not doing, because they came out with a book a couple years ago, and it was made by Freeform, and it is like this the sequel, but they changed the witches and everything, so it was different and weird. I didn't kind of like that, but I'm glad they're bringing them back, and I think it could be a good movie if they just bring back some of the original people from the movie. But I can't remember what. Give me a second. Let me. What down? Fall of 2022 on Disney Plus. So I guess it's not on the big screen, whatever. So fall of 2022. I know I'll be watching for sure. I know Dylan won't. He'll be missing out on that one, but fall of 2022, I will be definitely checking this movie out. I can't wait.
Yeah, like he was saying, I'm not a huge fan at all of the first one. I think because I've watched it one time.
Yeah,
and it was like 3 years ago, and I just didn't like it at all. Like, it was, I don't know, but maybe I'll give it another shot here this upcoming Halloween. Who knows?
Definitely need to give it a shot.
I'll like it.
It's a good fun movie for the Halloween season. Kind of gets you in that mood. I think you should definitely give it another try, and if you don't like it, then hey, you tried, and you didn't like it. Not everything's, you don't have to like everything.
All right, so this next topic we have here for you is Timothée Chalamet, who's going to be in the new Dune movie, has actually been tapped to play young Willy Wonka in the Warner Brothers prequel musical movie Wonka. Now, like I said, Wonka is going to be a prequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original 1970s one, I believe. And I'm pretty interested. This seems like it might be interesting. It has always fascinated people, and they did wonder where the Oompa Loompas came from, and how Willy Wonka got them and brought them to his factory, and just basically Willy Wonka's origins.
Yeah, it would be definitely cool to find out a little bit more information. Because the original 70s is a great film. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But I didn't actually know this was even coming out. And I'm curious to see how it goes. Musical movies can always be hit or miss for myself. Some are good, some are all right.
Yeah.
I think the key thing I want to know coming out of the film would be just all that information you just talked about with the Oompa Loompas and all that stuff. And he kind of looks just like him, so I mean, I can't say it's not a bad pick. I guess once this movie comes out, we'll definitely see how it goes.
Yeah, because I think this movie might have the potential to be pretty good.
Yeah,
just seeing what they do with it. We don't have. I believe there's no release date or anything yet because this was just announced. Oh, okay.
No, right there.
It's a scheduled. These are subject to change. It's 17th. March 17th of 2023. Another thing that a lot of people have that they're buzzing about is that this movie is being made by Paul King. Now, for those of you who don't know who Paul King is, he's the man who actually made the Paddington movies.
Which I really liked.
And the Paddington movies are like highly rated on Rotten Tomatoes. I believe they have a 100% critic rating and like a 93 or 94% audience rating.
So I mean, that's a good sign. At least you
like
got a great director attached. So I don't see anywhere where this can't be a bad movie.
Yeah,
you put him in it. I mean, I'm definitely down to give it a try on March 17th of 2023, and let's see how it goes.
All right, and this is actually news that came out yesterday. This is the next topic. I actually heard about this morning. Adam Wingard, the guy who directed Godzilla vs. Kong, and that it came out that they're making a sequel to that called Son of Kong. He's actually been tapped to direct a film adaptation of one of Robert Kirkman's comic books called Hardcore. Now, I don't know much about Hardcore except for the fact that it says the story of Hardcore follows Agent Drake and the Hardcore program in a reality where any person can be turned into a human drone to get to targets that normal soldiers can't. Drake is their best soldier, but his skills are put to the test when he gets stranded in a body with only 72 hours to discover who's hijacked the program. He will have to pull out all the stops against an enemy who could be literally anyone. The mind-bending story will be Wingard's first foray into the comic book world. So it sounds like an interesting premise, and I think he definitely could probably pull it off, because I think he's a great director.
Yeah, he's definitely a great director with Godzilla vs. Kong, and I feel like he's going to be, you'll be seeing him doing a lot more. And like I said, this is the first thing I've ever heard about it, and I would definitely want to check this out, because it sounds really interesting, and I'm sure he can, like I said, knock it out of the park and do another great job. Like you said, I think it's just not too old of a news, so we don't have much on it. But I know he's also doing, like it says on the thing, Thundercats and a Face Off sequel. So we're going to see a lot more of Adam Wingard. And I'm glad he's doing more things, because, like I said, Godzilla vs. Kong was such a blast. And I know he had a fun time doing it, so I think we're going to be seeing more of Wingard here. Maybe he'll get a Marvel movie.
I'd be down for that.
I'd love to see him maybe touch Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe touch one of those.
Because didn't James Gunn say that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was going to be his last one?
Yeah.
Didn't he say it was going to be his last comic book movie?
I think so.
Thought that's what I heard too.
I would love to see Wingard get his hands on at least one Marvel project and just to see what he can do with it.
Well, it'd just be a shame for that to happen, mainly because like Guardians of the Galaxy, like you can do so much with that. I feel like
you can.
Like if James Gunn is truly gonna go out of, I think Adam Wingard would be a good choice to take up after him, maybe.
Yeah,
because he's pretty good with science fiction and stuff like that.
I think he can do it.
This is about a week old, but in all honesty, it's breaking news to me, because just looking for our topics earlier today, I actually came across this here on Collider.com, and it's basically I guess technically they say it's a set photo, but it's, whatever. It's a behind the scenes photo, I guess.
Yeah.
AntMan 3 director Peyton Reed shares what they're calling a set photo, revealing the sequel will use the Mandalorian technology. Now, what that means is not like not Star Wars technology, but it's like the stagecraft that they showed you at the end whenever they did the behind the scenes of the Mandalorian thing on Disney Plus. They have these big like set stages where you can create like backgrounds and stuff, like on this like fully like 3-dimensional stage. And it makes it look so realistic. That's how they were able to make like the realistic looking sets for the Mandalorian. And like as you can see here, like this stage right here, that's a set stage in a studio. That's not actually outside, which is absolutely incredible when you think about it.
Outside.
Because it looks like they're filming
right there in the winter.
At the bottom, like in mountains. But that's like a set stage, which is incredible. And like you can see it right here, Pinewood Studios in, I believe that's California. I'm not sure where Pinewood Studios is,
sure
but
it's California. That's cool technology.
Yeah, it's cool. It's super cool technology.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what Ant-Man and the Wasp are using it for. What could they use that for? What's the location thing going to be?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I guess we'll find out in 2 years.
2023. Yeah, they're in pre-production right now.
But don't worry, it'll be here before you know it. Because next year with Marvel's loaded, so I think it'll be here quick. But I think this is definitely cool technology, and I hope actually more films, more things use this, because if Mandalorian can a show can make that look so real.
Yeah,
I think more people should use that.
And Michael Douglas, he said that they interviewed him, and they said that they're set to begin filming this in July. So, which makes you wonder why it's going to take them 2 years to put it out. You'd think I think what they might do is they might move the release date up to 2022.
Yeah, just give
that makes sense to me. Like if they start filming in July and it takes them maybe 3, 4, 5 months to film this thing, like you can set it for like maybe a July or like late like Q3 or Q4 2022 release date. I
feel like the last 2 Ant-Man movies were July movies.
Yeah, I wouldn't see why you would need
to. But
the
thing is there a Marvel movie already fit in July?
I don't know.
Because I know they already got the 2022 planned.
That's the thing. I don't know.
If it's full, then they can't. But I mean, if they can move it up, I ain't gonna say no. But,
yeah.
I mean, more Marvel movies, the best. So if they're filming here, you say July.
Yeah.
So plan for more Ant-Man 3 news to be hitting us very soon. Probably some set photos will probably drop just like that, and we'll definitely get you with that news.
All right, so this next topic, it's a little bit old, but I've been pretty late with some of these episodes, so that's my fault. But Fast and Furious 9 reviews, the first reviews are in, and they're calling it the biggest, wildest movie yet. But it also says the first critical responses to Fast 9 are mixed. So we'll just get into a few of them right here. Variety says that sometimes when you least expect it, a successful franchise will essentially morph into a different series. Over time, the Mission Impossible films became Bond films. Yeah. The Fast and Furious films have become Mission Impossible films. But Fast 9 isn't constructed around an exciting mission. It's built around Vin Diesel and John Cena playing out the angst from the Toretto brothers' past. The family plot works, but it's not enough of an anchor. It's more like an excuse. The series didn't need more heart. It needed everything on screen to get up to speed. IndieWire says, this is by far the biggest, wildest, gravity-defyingest Fast and Furious installment yet. And they say, and yet Lynn and Daniel Casey's screenplay is only able to stretch the action to such farcical heights because it offsets that spectacle by drilling into Dom's character on a deeper level than the franchise ever has before. And I'm just going to read a few. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I'll just go ahead and read their last 3. The Wrap says, for audiences who want their 2021 return to the multiplex to deliver big, loud, exciting action, F9 makes the cars go fast, jump high, and generally do the impossible. It's exhilaratingly ridiculous, yes, but it's also ridiculously exhilarating. Screen Daily says those steeped in the franchise's lore will appreciate Fast 9's nods to sideline supporting characters, including a few whose return to the narrative is sure to bring cheers to packed theaters. I'm going to skip down a little bit because this one's really long.
Yeah.
And they said, as Fast and Furious, as Fast 9 races along, it can't quite outrun the impression that these films are losing some of their freshness. Which you can definitely see, mainly because they said this is like the first one in the last trilogy they're doing. Because I think they said with Fast 11 is going to be the last one. And then last but not least, the Hollywood Reporter says, as in Lynn's last feature, the disappointing Star Trek Beyond, the director co-writer takes a quantity over quality approach, throwing more action subplots and characters into the mix than any movie needs, while still leaving one with the sense that something's missing. The maximalist strategy makes even less sense considering the simple idea at this episode's heart. Dom has a brother his pals don't know about. A tragedy in their youth separated him, and now he's a bad guy. Which they're referring to John Cena. I'm going to pause that for copyright issues. There's still, like this says, there's still a ways to go until Fast 9 comes into sight, but they want you to look at their articles. Okay, so pretty much it's mixed.
Yeah.
They're saying it's full of a lot of action and stuff. Some of it says that there's so much the movie, but I think that might be subjective.
Yeah, definitely with action movies, some people are going to like it, some people are not. It's always your opinion, because some people just don't like certain things. Since I've seen all 8, I guess I'm going to be seeing Fast 9. I can definitely see that these movies are probably getting stale, maybe. I guess that's what I want to use. Because it definitely is true. I mean, like, the Mission Impossible movies have become Bond movies, and like now these are... it's crazy how movies do that. But this movie technically doesn't come out in America till June 25th, I think. So, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how it turns out here, and I'm sure it'll make a lot of money, for sure. But I know I'll be watching. Dylan's got to catch up, but I'll definitely sit through it. And on to our next topic. Dwayne Johnson teased Black Adam in this picture. It's not, wouldn't say the greatest picture, but I think it suits its thing because it doesn't need to be a lot. But it teases his costume for Black Adam. And if Dylan would scroll down for us.
Of course.
So that's your first look. I mean, I feel like it really doesn't need to show a lot. I still want to be a little bit surprised until the trailer comes out. I mean, we know what he's going to look like, but I think it's a nice, cool look. I've been looking forward to this movie since they announced it. I just wanted to know what this movie is going to be like. Is it going to be all about him, or is Shazam going to show up in it?
Yeah,
I feel like he's got to show up somewhere in there.
Another thing this article mentions is that not only did Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson share this photo, he also shared this photo with the
tagline.
A tagline that says, "If you know the comic book mythology, then you know where his pain comes from. His rage, his wife and children killed, his people brutally enslaved. He is not a superhero, but rather a champion. Champion of the poor and beaten down. Champion of the people. And he is the most unstoppable force in the DC universe." He also posted a behind-the-scenes image, which shows like old ancient things over there. And he posted it... Oh, I'm going to show the picture just for a few seconds so you can get a decent look at it.
Yeah. Does it looks cool what they're doing now?
Yeah. He posted it with the caption, "Black Adam update. Wanted to show you guys this cool shot of our enormous sound stages and massive production efforts and scale. Zoom in and take a look, ? We're hitting our midway point stride, and our A-team production crew continue to showcase why they're the best in our industry. This is one inspiring production to be on. Post-COVID and back to work. The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change." And that's pretty much it in regards to this. These are some pretty cool pictures that he shared. Like a little tease to his costume, but also a backstage picture.
Yeah, it's kind of like just that, like, just give you that quick little tease you need just to be excited. And I think it comes out next year, not this year, I don't believe. So, with everything going on, I would expect a trailer, maybe by Super Bowl time.
Oh, you think so?
Mm-hmm. Super Bowl trailer. You think? Super Bowl trailer.
I don't know. That's a good question.
If not, then maybe a little bit before. Just pretend when they get done with shooting.
I'm thinking, when does the Suicide Squad movie come out?
Is it October? I think it's around.
We might have a trailer by then.
I could say, yeah, around there, maybe with that tag with the movie.
If not a teaser, at least.
Yeah.
Because like how they were talking about with the Spider-Man trailer from a video I saw. Because like a lot of people think they'd want to release the Spider-Man trailer around the time they either release a Marvel movie or a Fox superhero movie. Yeah. It would make sense that they would want to release this trailer in front of maybe a DC movie. Yeah. It would make sense to me if they released the trailer or a teaser trailer before the Suicide Squad movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like that would make sense to me.
I could see that. So stay tuned for more Black Adam news.
Yeah, because we'll definitely have that if anything else comes down the pipeline.
I'm sure there will be very soon. And on to our next one. an animated Injustice movie is coming out. At first, when I heard this news a few days ago, I thought it was going to be a live action, but I guess I was getting my hopes up for that because that would have been cool. But all in all, I'm still excited to see an animated version of Bad Superman like he was in the game, because the games, both of them are so much fun to play. I think an animated could just be just as good as the games. But like Dylan said before we started the show, Kevin Conroy has to come back as Batman. To be honest, I want everyone from the game to play their character.
Yeah.
I think that's what you need to do. I don't know when this is coming out, because I know they're more right now on Batman The Long Halloween, which is coming out 2 parts very soon, animated thing. So if we get any more news from this, I don't know if we would, but I'm sure we will. We'll definitely be sure to break it to you and let you know what's going on with the Injustice animated movie.
All right, so this is another piece of news that just broke basically for me.
Yeah.
And I only heard about it again this morning from one of the YouTubers that I follow who covers movie news and stuff like that. The Hellraiser remake that I honestly didn't even know they were doing, which we may have talked about before. I just can't remember.
I can't remember if we talked about it. I knew it was coming. It's just...
But it's going to release on Hulu. Now, a lot of people already know that in the age of COVID right now, they're releasing a lot of these movies on streaming services. But the YouTuber that I followed, he has a theory about this, why they're releasing it on Hulu and not in movie theaters. It's that I believe he's mentioned that Clive Barker, the man who originally created the Hellraiser character and who had the properties for all these, apparently he's suing whatever movie studio this is for the rights back.
Really?
And what they're doing is what he thinks they're doing is that they're making this movie, trying to push it out and get as much money as they can before the rights go back to Clive Barker. So, which it seems like that might be that makes sense, but I don't know,
That makes sense because you're going to try to get as much money you can before the original guy gets his money back. I actually prefer to see this on the big screen like anything, but I guess I'll have to get on that Hulu account because I just wish we can get past this. I just think we need to go back to where it always was, see it in the movie theater or wait till it comes out. Yeah, maybe that's just me. I sadly I don't think we'll ever get back to that.
Well, in my opinion, I think streaming services are ruining the movie viewing experience.
It is, yeah, because like certain movies like Godzilla vs. Kong or Army of the Dead.
Like I would have loved to see Zack Snyder's Justice League in IMAX.
Yeah,
like I bet that would have been amazing in IMAX.
You need to see those on the big screen. Don't see it on the little screen. You don't get the full excitement. And definitely I always like going to the movie theaters when there's other people and it's like an Avenger movie where the other people get into it just as well as you do. I don't know, maybe it's just what's going on with the world now, but
yeah,
I will definitely check out more Hellraiser because Hellraiser is always a cool character. We'll just see what goes down with if Clive Barker gets it back, because I'm sure he will.
Yeah, I hope he does. I also like. There's also another one of his properties called Jericho, which I don't know if it was a book or if it's just the game. I think it might be just the game.
I think it's just the game.
But the game, like to me, it's called Clive Barker's Jericho. I'm sure I already said that, but it's a great game. I don't know if any of you have ever played it, but
but I know
it was on the 360 and PS3, and I played it many times. I'd love to see if they would ever do like a movie adaptation or a TV show adaptation or comic adaptation.
I'm surprised they haven't done like a movie or something for that. Maybe they will. If you're
listening. Really cool.
If you're listening.
All right, so I found this like recently too. This came from that same guy who reported that movie news about Hellraiser. If you remember, I think it was either last year or 2 years ago, they made an escape room movie that starred Logan Miller, I think his name is, who was in the Disney Channel show or Disney XD show I'm in the Band.
Yeah, which is I can't find anywhere.
Yeah. He's coming back along with I haven't seen the first escape room, so I think he survived along with like one or two other people.
He survived.
And what it's called is Escape. I think it's called Escape Room 2 Tournament of Champions. Yeah, it's right there. And what it is they're bringing back all of the previous champions into the escape rooms again. I guess, but I'm pretty sure different escape rooms. And I guess they're trying to determine who the ultimate champion will be. Chase thinks it's a stupid idea, but I haven't. Like I said, I haven't seen the first one, so I don't know how good these are.
I need to rewatch the first one. I thought the first movie was okay. I mean, nothing like jumps out to me amazing. Logan Miller was really good in it. I guess I do need to watch it again. Maybe it's because I have never done one of those escape rooms, so kind of like the experience is not there. I guess we'll need to check that out again because I think you can easily watch it anywhere. But when does it come out? Does it have a
let me check
release date or there's the photos.
Oh yeah, we can show these pictures. Didn't even think about showing pictures. Like just a few of these. I think that's pretty much it.
Like I said, bald guy don't make it.
July 16th, 2021. So it actually comes out in a few months.
It's a couple months. So I guess we get Dylan caught up on watching that first one, and
we'll watch the second one.
I will be down to check it out in theaters. Maybe that's what I think it was too. I didn't see it in theaters. Maybe it's a movie you need to see in theaters. I don't know. But we'll definitely check it out, and we'll give you out of the theater thoughts here in a couple months on that.
So we actually have it's just another small picture, like when we first started the podcast. I think with either our first episode or our second episode, was set photos from this back in October, and we have some more like official photos that aren't set photos. They're official photos that have been released of Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg in the Uncharted movie as Sully and Nathan Drake, and here it is. It's I've seen a lot of backlash online, mainly due to the Mark Wahlberg casting. A lot of people.
Me and Dylan both ranted about it on day one.
Yeah, we did, because just like he's not Sully, Even
in this picture, just looks like Mark Wahlberg.
But what I guess we do need to keep in mind is that
it's younger.
It's younger, I guess, but like how much younger are we supposed to suspend our disbelief for? Because even when Nathan Drake was younger, I think Sully still looked kind of the same.
Because to be honest, right now, me looking at this picture, they don't even look like they're that much older. Like the age difference, and I know it is. It's just they don't look like they're that much older than Heather. Me and Dylan, I feel like we've both been looking forward to seeing this Uncharted movie. I guess we're just gonna have to give it a shot. I guess we're just gonna have to let all the pictures and everything go and just check it out. Even if we hate it with what Mark Wahlberg, I guess it's out of his hands, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
But by the end of that movie, if he don't have a mustache somewhere, I'll let you know. Because then it's not Sully, it's just Mark Wahlberg. And our final topic of the day comes from Collider, which is Powerpuff Girls are back at reshooting again, because what Dylan said, I guess they didn't like what the pilot's first episode looked like, or something like that. Yeah,
this is for the live action one. I don't know why they have a picture of the animated one, but it's
the good one.
That's the good one. This article is talking about the live action one.
I don't know. I can't say it's bad.
Like Chase was saying, they're rewriting and reshooting the pilot, mainly because the higher ups over at Warner Brothers weren't too fond of the pilot they shot. Apparently it was so bad that they wanted them to go back and rewrite it and reshoot it, which isn't a good sign in the least, because it's like it's kind of affirming what a lot of people believe is that this show is just going to suck.
Us both, me and Dylan, since we talked about it just a few weeks ago, we knew this is probably not going to be good, and I think this is just keeps reassuring that it's not going to be good. I gotta say right now, I wouldn't be surprised if the show never comes out.
Really?
I just really could just see it easily just getting the axe and just canon and just say don't worry about it. I could be wrong. who knows? It could be the best thing in the whole entire world. I doubt it, but I don't know if the show ever does come to think. I will sit down and I will watch it. I will do it. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I will too. I mean, it's worth giving it a shot.
And we
will
will definitely give our impressions for sure. But that's not a good look, I guess. So I think it's definitely destined to fail.
All right, and with that, we're going to move on to the next topic, and that is
I don't like I said, I don't know if we have a name for it, but this week we will be doing video games. We will be doing our top 3 favorite video games of all time.
Yes, so stick around for that in just a second. All right, so this is our next thing here. We're going to go over our top 3 video games of all time, and Chase is going to go ahead and start.
Yeah. I don't know if they're in any order. I just think we're just our 3 favorite games. If Dylan wants to go ahead and slide. The first one, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Such a great game. This is definitely a big thing from my childhood. I remember playing this one and then finding out that there was the sequels, which kind of blew my mind as a kid. I just didn't know that. These games are so much fun. I really kind of would wish maybe they do like a remastered or for something like that. Just continue. I know they did that 4th one, which was okay, but that's for my first one. Crash, Bandicoot. It's kind of definitely a must. It's such a great game. The first one is great. I remember I think playing this one. Was it a Walmart or somewhere?
Oh, on the display.
Had the thing like you go look up and think. That was always where I kind of remember Crash. And I played the remastered or whatever. That was good as well. But the PS1 just. Actually, it's both Naughty Dog games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's weird.
Wait, is
No.
No. Sly Cooper's Sucker Punch.
Yep, that's right.
Yes.
Naughty Dog's Uncharted.
And then your last one.
The Spider-Man. I can't remember when the Spider-Man game came out. I know it was for PS1. It's the second best Spider-Man game. PS4 one's the first one. That's the best. But this game is definitely high in my childhood. I remember playing this one a lot, and I always got stuck. It was whenever you're chasing Venom.
Wasn't it? It was like I forgot what they call it. It was like Death Spider or something, because it was like it looked like Carnage with Doc Ock arms, from what I remember.
Yeah.
I just can't remember what they called them.
Yeah, I always got stuck there, and I never could beat the game. I still haven't, so I think I need to find me another copy of that game and beat it, because I'm sure I can beat it today. I'm sure it's nowhere near as hard as it was when you were a kid. It's kind of the weird thing about that. Just like another Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 3, I could never get past the last level, but several years ago I finally beat it, and it was like the greatest thing ever. But those are my top 3 games. There are so many great games out there, but these are my picks. Now I'll give it to Dylan, and he's here what he got.
All right, so I'm going to get started off here. My list is mainly just pure nostalgia, and these are in no particular order, but starting off, one of my first favorite video games of all time is Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda. Like Chase said, like, these games we played in our childhood. Yeah. He didn't play this because I don't think he had a Nintendo 64. But this was one of my favorite games that I've ever played. I just love The Legend of Zelda as a series. Like, I've played every single game in the series, and I love all of them pretty much. And this is like, if I had to say, this is my favorite Zelda game out of all of them.
Sword somewhere.
Yeah, I have a replica of the Master Sword and the Shield. I just don't know where they are at the moment. But it is my favorite Zelda game out of all of them. And I'm going to show you my next one, and that is Super Mario 64. Now, this is the game I played, I would say, probably the most as a child. I put so many hours into this, but I will say I didn't get all 120 stars until I was an adult, which I know is sad, but like as a kid, I did put a lot of hours into it, but like I didn't put so many hours into it that I spent all my time getting all the stars, because there were some of them that were just, as a kid, it's just too hard to do, you know, because like you have to get all 100 coins in every stage, you have to get all 8 coins. Yeah, like you just have to do all of that, and it was just too hard for me as a little kid. But as an adult, it was an adult, it took forever, but I managed to finally do it, and it was very rewarding to finally be able to do that. And also, if I do have to say, actually, you know what? I will tell you in order how these go as my top 3 after I'm done. And last but not least, in my top 3 games of all time, is the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now, Skyrim was my introduction into the Elder Scrolls series. A lot of people got introduced through either Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3, or Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Now, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim was my introduction. I remember how I started. I started playing it because it looked interesting, and I got it from a Redbox, actually. I rented it for my 360. And I started playing it, and I fell in love with it so much that I went and bought my own copy. I think at the time, I started playing it, I think, a year after it came out in 2012. Because I've been playing it for like almost 10 years now. Yep. And like it's just so much fun. Like you can go back to it all the time, never have the same playthrough. There's so many different play styles you can do. It's an RPG game. I mean, obviously it doesn't have as many RPG elements in it as Oblivion, with, you know, the stamina bars and like all the magic bars and stuff like that, but it's still a really fun time. And if you do like RPG games and like medieval settings and stuff, you'll love this game. The Elder Scrolls series has some deep lore. Like you can spend hours and hours and hours on YouTube just watching videos about all the lore in the series, especially in Skyrim, like the Nords and their afterlife and all their gods and like just all of that. Like it's such a good video series, and Skyrim is such a great game, especially on PC now. I have the 360 version on here because that's the one I started with, but I have a PC now, and playing it on PC, I have access to all kinds of mods and stuff that can make it look even better, even though it's in November 11th of 2021, it'll be a 10-year-old game officially, because it came out on November 11th of 2011. That's crazy. So yeah, that's crazy, and it's like people still play it to this day, which is so insane to me. But anyway, out of these 3, if I had to put them 1, 2, 3, my number 1 game of all time would probably be Super Mario 64, mainly because that's the game I played the hell out of as a child. My number 2 game would probably be Ocarina of Time, mainly for, like, if I'm being honest, nostalgia factor, because that was one of the games I did play when I was younger as well. And Skyrim would be number 3 because of all the time that I put into it, like how much I went back to it and how much I loved the series and that game as a whole. And it's just these are my 3 right here.
If I had to do mine would be number 3 would be Spider-Man, number 2 would be Sly, number 1 would be Crash. Just like I said, so many, I guess, games from our nostalgic that we just love going to. And I wouldn't even mind going back into playing, because I haven't played, like I said, the Spider-Man game for a while. Crash I haven't played for a while. Sly I played not too long ago, but I wouldn't even mind just stepping back into my childhood and just reliving those good memories.
All right, and I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Media Unrestricted podcast. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to give us a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell to get all notifications so you know every time we upload. We would really appreciate it, and we appreciate all of you who are currently subscribed, and if you just now subscribed, thank you for that as well. We appreciate the support.
Let us know what your top 3 favorite games are.
Yeah,
I'd love
exactly.
to hear what everybody else's.
Yeah, because we'll definitely let you. If you do leave a comment, we will definitely reply to it. Yeah. We reply to every comment we get. We love hearing what you all have to say, especially like any feedback you have for us, as you know,
just improve, because we
anything you think we can improve, just let us know. Just like any general thoughts you have on the show, we'd love to hear what you have to say.
And I guess on Thursday, I believe we will have a out of the theater reaction
Yes.
to A Quiet Place 2. So
Yes.
please stay tuned for that. And I guess we'll see you next week.